Right on. So this here is going to be a video, and it's basically going to be about a recent meetup that happened in California, just outside of Anaheim in Disneyland. So this is a really good situation, because I think we might have found a spot, an area, let's just say, that we can meet in the future and basically recreate what happened this last Tuesday ago. So, being in contact with Mr. Rigamortis and also Airborne Sapper, we decided that we were going to meet up, and so we did. And in doing so, I think we managed to do all the things that really we as comic enthusiasts, collectors, I think just being able to let go and just talk about pretty much anything that flies, that has to do with comics or, you know, common interests and stuff like that. And this was the place to do it. So I just want to say that probably one of the coolest parts of the day was when I first got there. I got there a little early, and what had ended up happening was I basically started digging as soon as I could in the newest acquisitions. And I think the best part of my day was when I look up and I see Chambers walking in, and I say, "What's up, man?" And I immediately start showing him stuff that I'd pulled for him and thought he might be interested in. And right away he was at it. He just was digging in the boxes, and I probably honestly didn't touch 1/10 of 1% of the actual back issue boxes. I mostly stuck with the new stuff and the $2 bin, the dollar bins that I found up at the front, which is pretty much what most of this came from. Like these DMZs, these were just hole fillers. At one time, maybe 4 months ago, I had not a single DMZ issue, and now I have about 50 of the 72 issues, so I'm closing in on that run. It's not too hard to find, actually, even for like 50 cents and $1 for DMZ. The only one that's tough might be the number one. Just another hole filler. Like I say, I went through these dollar boxes, and anything I thought that was missing or in good shape or whatever was coming home. Like this new 52 and this cool Bombshells variant on a cool Justice League 43. Also buying these Justice League Darks anytime I find them, specifically the Swamp Thing issue. Big time cool to find that. This Justice League Dark. The second best thing to happen is a little while later when knowingly, after clocking out, in walks Mr. Rigamortis. Probably the coolest human being. He immediately settled in and started to check out what was going on and going down. And yeah, I dare say he had a great time as well. It's just, like I said, it's just a rarity to be able to hang out with a bunch of cool people that are pretty much doing the same thing. It's intent on helping each other and just having a good time. Picked this up here, the Phantom Stranger number 4, just because it had a Justice League Dark appearance in here. How about that Batman Damned, huh? This here is some work from Lee Bermejo. He did the We Are Robin series, so anytime I see issues with Bermejo art, I gotta get it. This John Byrne cover, it's crazy. John Byrne was probably one of my favorite artists, especially because I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan. But kind of starts to look dated here in this case, but still great cover of Wonder Woman. Another Adam Hughes random issue, got to pick that up, and very happy to have found a J.G. Jones Wonder Woman as well, and a great one too. There were a few others there, the J.G. Jones, but they were kind of ticked up. Ah, man, this was totally cool. Check this out. So Rig looks at me across the boxes and he goes, here, and he tosses this over and he says, not a lot of people know this. He says, this is a Jenny Frieson cover from Spitfire one shot from Marvel, and that is a killer cover. And he said something like, you're welcome, and I was like, yeah, man, this is awesome. Huge Jenny Frieson fan, so that was amazing. Thank you, Rig. Journey into Mystery. I found the whole run of this actually, but I only bought the last issue because I just didn't have a ton of cash. This here was my find. I love this. This green foil She-Hulk is spotless. I mean, it just looked nice. So very happy to find that. Also managed to find some of these. Some Adam Hughes X-Men Classics, 178, 179. I just bought this because it's just a cool cover. As are a lot of the Scarlet Witch run, especially the few Steve Dillon issues that are in here. Yes, that's Steve Dillon. Anyway, just a cool cover. Same with the Venom 27, just a great cover. I think that was Remender, or no, I'm sorry, Cullen Bunn. Oh my God, I wish I could open this, but I'm not gonna. Just know that I opened this up and I showed it. I was showing it to Rig, and just the art inside is so awesome. And Zombie World #1 of 4 from Dark Horse, that was worth it. Also, over the moon to try to find some of these, especially cheap. But Boom Series Zombie Tales, the series, was great. Especially that I was finding the covers that I wanted to find. So that was 5, no 6, but a 7, and an 8. A great cover on the 8. Beautiful cover 10 here. And the stories in here are great. Robert Lonsdale does some early on stuff. And I don't know, I did like it in issue 12 here. So happy to find those. Every time I find Providence, I just pick it up from Alan Moore. Same with Garth Ennis here on Dreaming Eagles, last issue. I thought, I might as well read the end. And I said the same when I picked up Caliban from Ennis, and I said, well, I'll read the beginning of that. This haul really turns into, I think, like a Brian Wood fest, because I just started realizing that how many books I picked up, like these here from the Massive. Whatever issues these are, I know I didn't have them. Same with this too. Recently I've been finding just a ton of these Disney covers, and they're just spotless. I mean, that Snow White reprint is looking awesome. Same with this here, Mythography. Really happy to find that issue 1, and it is also clean. I originally thought this was just a one-shotter when this idea of Bedlam came out, but probably for Riley Rossmo. I mean, I just picked those up because I was surprised to find out that there's a run, and a pretty long one too. I think it does go above 12, that's for sure. Love this Brian Wood Black Road. I found 1 and 4. I think I might have a #2, so as well as this, just really happy to find this Mark Millar Empress, some of the later issues. Not sure what I have of that, but it's always nice to have that series, especially right about now. Grass Valley was a book that I wanted to read, but I just never pulled the trigger when it came out week to week. But I think this is like a 10 or 12 issue series, but there's issue 1, so I'm going to start me out. Same here with Horizon. I knew I had issue 1, but I didn't have the 2, 3, and the 4. Book I was really happy to find was Journeyman number 2 from Image. Art inside is so cool. I can't wait to try to track down the rest of that Journeyman. Just couldn't put aside a Lazarus number 2 for cheap. Same with Spread. I found a place that has a big run of Spread, and if I really wanted to, I could pull that run down. Mostly for the Justin Jordan support. God, I was so happy to find North Star Slash with that sweet cover, only to be topped by the next issue. Boom! And the art inside of that is really great. And right behind it, literally in the boxes, was this series, Slash and Burn from Vertigo. And I'll be honest, I had not even heard of this. And the covers were just fantastic. So, bam, had to pull that down. Told the owner of the store that I absolutely did not want to pay for this book a single cent, and I would refuse to, and for argument's sake, I think that's what happened. But this is the Jackaroo, Australia's favorite new comic hero. Silly book to lead to this, which is just probably one of my finds of the whole day, which is Horror in the Dark, issue 1, Richard Corbin art, issue 2 here. I mean, and these covers are so good. Like, this is quintessential. That's Corbin right there. Bam. Wow. And then the last issue, issue 4. So just really happy to find any Corbin when I can. Den, or I mean, he's done so many things. What's the one I'm really trying to find? Oh yeah, Bigfoot. If you can find the Bigfoot 4 issue, I think it's from IDW. I was real happy to find this. Oh man, Jack Boot and Iron Heel 2. I'm so happy to find this sucker. Anyway, just primarily because of the price tag, you know, at one time or whatever, made it somewhat prohibitive, but it's nice when you find them in one go. And these covers are awesome. Look at this. Sky Ape. I mean, how are you going to pass up a book called Sky Ape? King of Girls. Are you kidding me? I like that the AIT company from time to time. And then, of course, yeah, maybe one of my cool finds, I thought, which was Cressy. And this is basically, it's from Warren Ellis, and this is kind of like a square bounty. It's like a one and done, maybe. I hope it's a series, because if it is, then I would love to track down the rest of this. But this is really just a story of history about a famous battle in English history, and I was really happy to find that. That there was about 70 books, and I didn't pay. I gave the man $100, and well, that got it done. So there you go. Okay. After the store had officially closed, I think we went another hour and a half easy, just taking over this little spot and going through box after box and just having a good time. So much so that we are certainly going to do it again, and right soon make it a possibly a yearly event. We'll figure it out. But to Airborne and Mr. Rigamortis, thank you guys just for coming, and I'm sure you don't need that type of thanks and recognition or whatever, but you certainly deserve it. Anyway, Pope Service, peace out, and catch you again in them boxes. See ya.